Few stories in the history of music are as dramatic and compelling as Paul McCartney's hidden personal conflicts, and one revelation has shocked fans worldwide. Paul McCartney, the legendary Beatle, harbored deep-seated animosity toward someone in his life more than anyone else. For decades, McCartney was known for his charming public persona, his melodic genius, and his ability to bring people together through music. But behind the scenes, tensions often simmered, fueled by creative differences, personal betrayals, and unspoken grudges. The story begins during the peak of the Beatles' fame, a period when pressure, fame, and artistic ambition collided. McCartney, ever the perfectionist, found himself constantly at odds with individuals who threatened his vision, his peace of mind, or his creative autonomy. This intense dislike wasn't just a passing annoyance, it became a defining emotional battle. Those closest to McCartney noticed the change in his demeanor whenever this person was present. Interviews and biographical accounts suggest that while McCartney could mask his disdain publicly, privately it was a different story. Arguments would erupt over trivial matters, with tensions lingering long after the initial confrontation ended. The Beatles, often seen as a unit, had fractures that were invisible to fans, but very real to the members themselves. McCartney's resentment, though carefully controlled, reflected his sensitivity to loyalty, respect, and artistic integrity. Even after the Beatles disbanded, McCartney's feelings did not simply dissipate. Years later, he continued to express subtle disdain, sometimes through lyrical jabs, sometimes in private conversations, and occasionally in interviews where the pain of the past surfaced briefly before he reasserted his polished public persona. It is said that the intensity of his feelings stemmed from a combination of betrayal, perceived injustice, and the pressure of maintaining his own creative voice. What makes this revelation striking is how someone as universally admired and charismatic as McCartney could harbor such strong, personal resentment. The story also highlights McCartney's complexity as a human being, a genius musician, a public icon, and yet someone capable of deep, personal animosity. It reminds fans that behind the music lies real human emotion, complicated relationships, and unresolved conflicts that shape lives and careers. While many remember the Beatles for their harmony and camaraderie, McCartney's experience sheds light on the struggles, jealousies, and clashes that underpinned their legendary story. Ultimately, McCartney's intense dislike for this individual became a cautionary tale of human emotion, fame, and the price of creative brilliance. His life, though full of accolades and timeless music, also carried a burden of resentment, proving that even legends have moments of vulnerability, anger, and bitter memories. In revealing who he truly hated more than anyone, McCartney's story becomes both a deeply personal confession and a fascinating glimpse into the turbulent inner world of one of music's greatest icons.